Okay, how you doing? This is Steve. I guess most of you probably know me by now. If you don't know me, I am Steve. This is my channel, and I am not going to be in this video today. In other words, don't have my floating head or whatever box on the screen. I cannot corrupt this video in any way. It would be a crime against humanity. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do my introduction here. I'll come back. I'll do another video at the end. They're kind of separate entities, if you will, and we'll watch the video uninterrupted so that you guys can get the full benefit of it. So this, to me, this video of Angelina's when she was 10 years old on a rooftop in Norway. I think it's on the television station rooftop, and it's an example of what I think, on occasion, we've seen it in this in a lot of different venues, if you will. There are occasions where everything seems to come together, and in that moment in time, there's a moment of perfection. Could be anything. It could be a sporting event. It could be, a singer. In the case of Angelina, an extraordinary singer. In the case of Angelina, it could be Whitney Houston singing the national anthem at the Super Bowl. It could be a lot of different things, right? And it also could be a movie performance. There are some times when people really do excel at their craft, and for whatever reason, that moment, that period of time, their age, every factor that's possibly affecting the performance or that moment in time, it all comes together to make something perfect. Doesn't happen very often, but it does happen. So this is one of those moments. Angelina has a lot of those moments. In fact, if I were to try to come up with a dozen moments like that, I think Angelina would be in the top 12 of all. There should be one of all the 12 in the top 12, right? And but there are other people that have had moments. I can't say that that's not the case. And but of course, I'm a biased fan of Angelina, so I just think she's got all the top spots. Okay, but this one in particular always struck me at the level of perfection in this video. Many of the things that came together to make this video perfect have nothing to do with that. They're out of the control of anybody. They just happen. Now, that being said, they probably could arrange things so that they would be likely to happen, but you never know, right? So, for example, the sun. They always say the best time to do a video is in the late afternoon sun. Just to things start to get a little bit. The sun's going down a little bit, and there's this golden glow of the light of the sun as it's starting to set. And the same thing in the morning when it's coming up. They say those are the two best times to shoot videos because of the light, the way the light looks. Okay, I'll go along with that. I'm no expert, but so in this one, they must have done it either early in the morning or late at night because it's got that glow, that glow, like the orangey kind of a glow, yellow. And it's on the side of Angelina's face, and it's just like a perfect. I don't think there's any way you could use any kind of artificial light to make that any better. It just seems to me like it's perfect, okay? And because you can see all the little things in Angelina's face, her hair, everything, a little smile that she's got, a little this, that, and the other thing, all the nuances, they're all there, and they're all there being lit by the sun, which cooperated. Pretty good cooperation there. And then there's one part where she's singing and there's a bird flying by. There's actually a couple times when there's birds flying by, but there's one time where she's singing, it's a close-up shot, and there's a bird that flies by in the background. Now, I don't think anybody could orchestrate that, but it did happen. And is it a big thing? It's not a big thing. What it is just showing Angelina has a connection with all things. She loves all things. She loves animals. She loves nature. She loves, singing, of course. She loves an audience. She likes to, just be around anything having to do with music. And I think the bird heard her and came over to take a look. Not sure that's the case, but yeah, you got a little breeze going. You got her hair kind of blowing lightly in the breeze. You've got the flowers in the background kind of gently fluttering. Nothing, it's nothing out of control. It's just a gentle breeze. And there's that thing over top. I don't know what that is, like a canopy kind of a thing. Maybe they put that there for shade in case it's real sunny or something. But um, yeah, that's not even casting any shadows on Angelina. I don't know what that's all about. There should be some shadows, right? Depending on where the sun is, which you can't really tell. But it looks like the sun's off to Angelina's right by the looks of things. But who knows? And I'm no expert anyway, so what am I talking about? But the every single the announcers, they seem so nice and friendly, and it's just a beautiful day. And then the guitar player, I've always thought he was pretty good. He's I'm not going to say anything bad about him, but I've always thought he was pretty good. And I don't know why he didn't get a little more time. But of course, Egil ended up being the choice for being in Norway, for being an accompaniment for Angelina, and he's a great choice. So if you got to pick one, you got to pick one, right? So you have this guy. I always thought though was pretty good, and I think he did a great job in this one. Angelina, I thought, did a masterful job with this song, and her voice is just perfection. This is my opinion, okay? And I'm a biased fan, so take it for what it's worth. But to me, this is an epic, standalone masterpiece of a performance. And I like to use the analogy of when you go into a museum. The Mona Lisa has its own little alcove at the Louvre. It's got a little spot. And of course, it's got all kinds of protection and all that kind of stuff. But it's like, that's what Angelina deserves in the Louvre. She deserves, a bunch of little alcoves for all these magnificent videos that she's done over time. And maybe someday they'll get some of that dusty old stuff out of there and put a bunch of Angelina. I'm just saying, hey, it doesn't hurt to put it out there, right? So let's get on with the video. I know I've been talking too much already, and I know you probably can't wait to see this. Most of you have probably seen it. This is a well-viewed video. This is nothing. This is no secret. It's no hidden gem or anything like that. It's been around. It's been seen by, I think, 1 million people, pretty close. And that's not why it's here. It's here because of its perfection. Okay, that's why it's here. And there's a lot of videos that get all kinds of views that aren't perfect. Okay, but this one is one of the ones I think is either perfect or near perfect. And I think it's just a classic example.
Verden ligger for denne 10-åringens føtter. Heldigvis så kom hun innom oss før avreisen til USA.
Og vi venter oss gåsehud, for vi har hørt prøvene. Bare nyt dette, og nyt også mandagskvelden.
Ha det bra.
Goodbye, I die, you little. Every time we say goodbye, I wonder why, you little. Why the goods above me, who must be so little of me, they allow you to go. When you're near, there's such an air of spring about it. I can hear begin to sing about it. There's no love song finer, but how strange the change from major to minor. Every time we say goodbye. When spring about it. I can hear a lark somewhere begin to sing about it. There's no love song finer, but how strange the change from major to minor. Every time we say
You know, if I could read my own writing, I'd make notes. So I don't forget stuff. Because I do forget a lot these days. It seems like the older I get, the more I forget. And maybe that's by design. Who knows, right? So, yeah, one of the things I mentioned at the first part of at the beginning part where I was talking was that, you know, there's moments in time where things come together and it's ultimate perfection and you get this perfect video with, in Angelina's case, or you get a perfect performance of some type or a perfect moment in a sporting event, you name it, right? I forgot the most important one, Portsmouth. That day, to me, for me, and I'm sure for other people, was like the perfect day. And James Thiel, my friend, and I met there. He offered me to stay in his hotel room because the person who was coming bailed out. And I wasn't going to stay. I was going to drive up there and then drive back. Anyway, the way things worked out, there was a whole bunch of things that happened that are just, some of them were a little weird and bizarre, that changed people's plans and the way things were going to flow for the day significantly. And for me, that was one of them. James offered me the room. I thought, you know, maybe I'm better off. Maybe I should try to get some sleep and be well rested for the day, right? I didn't know. And as that day turned out, September 22nd, I called that my best day ever, besides watching, I was present when my children were born, and that's can't be topped. But that's a whole separate category of perfection. So that was my best day ever because everything, there was mistakes. You know, I did a live stream and there was no sound. You know, I mean, you know, there's a lot of mistakes, a lot of bumbles, fumbles, and you call it whatever you want to call it. And we could have done some stuff better when we did the dancing in the park thing. No, but I'm not blaming anybody. We're all amateurs. We're all doing our best. We're all trying to do something for Angelina, and you know, sometimes things don't go the way they're supposed to go. That's all. So you try to learn from that and move on. Next time, don't let it happen. But you know, who knew? So anyway, but the whole day I was surrounded by, and I felt like I was one of a bunch of positive-minded, loving and kind people. Loving and kind being Angelina's message to us. Okay, and everybody was willing to help. Everybody was helping, actually, not just willing to. They were helping. We were moving picnic tables around, doing all kinds of stuff to get ready for that performance. That was the start of the day, okay? And then the meet and greet, I met a bunch of wonderful people that comment on my site oftentimes, and I just, you know, I tried to get to everybody, and I don't think I got to half of them, but, you know, I really tried. And you know, I can talk forever, so when I get talking to somebody, that could take a while. I tried to keep it as short as I could, but, you know, 10 minutes? I thought that was only 30 seconds, wasn't it? No, it was a while. So we had it was just, to me, the whole day was just a beautiful experience. It was wonderful. Of course, the highlight of the day was Angelina's performance, you know, at the music hall, and that was just surreal. The whole thing was like a dream, really. It was surreal. And it was for many weeks afterwards. I hadn't come down from there yet. I was still up in the clouds. And I how do I not mention it at the beginning of this video, right? When I talk about perfection. To me, that whole day was perfection. The whole thing, front to start. Could things have gone differently and better? Yeah, there was parts that could have been better. But while I was there experiencing it, it was a surreal, perfect dream. The whole thing. And then for a couple weeks after that, like I said, I was affected, man. I don't even know how to put it into words. It was like I was in a fog state, you know, some kind of I wasn't really with it for a couple weeks after I got back, and because I was still there, and I was in this. Then I became in a transitional state where was I really there? Did I really go there? Yeah, you know, I think I was there. You know, it was like a separate thing that happened. That was like this perfect dream thing that happened. Then you got to say, was that a dream or was that real, right? You come to that point as you're coming down. I've never had that happen to me before. I've heard people talk about similar things, experiences to that, but no, that's a first for me. That's a new one. So anyway, people said when you go to an Angelina concert, it's a whole different experience. They got that right. And if you ever get a chance to go to one, I can't recommend it enough. So anyway, this is the end of this video, and I just wanted to say that. I felt like I was leaving that out after I stopped talking for way too long. So I'll put it at the end. You guys can easily either stay or listen or not. I don't want to encourage anybody to go, but I also don't want to keep you if you got things to do. So I got just a couple more things to add. Sorry. I think it's easing up, but I've had this cough for several days now. Here, let me. Oh, that was a weird one. Sounded like a wheeze. So here comes my nurse, Elroy. He wants to help me. So the this video, I believe, is perfect in every way. I do. And even if you notice an imperfection here or there, I think it was meant to be there that way. I'm going with that one. Okay, I'll pick up the fumble and run with the ball. All right, and I think it's just a beautiful 10-year-old girl singing that song like that with all that feeling and soulfulness and all the little nuances in her face. I mean, she just loves singing and performing. And you can see it so much in these videos, especially these close-up shots and all the little things that she does. It's unbelievable, really. And so this comes on high up on my list. I'm not rating the videos. I don't think I'll ever do that because I don't know if I could. I only got so many years left on the planet. I don't know if I can figure out a way to do it and with the time I got left. So I'm just going to enjoy the moment, okay? So we have a nice day, guys. Remember, today is Angelina's birthday. I wished her happy birthday numerous times on numerous websites, including my own. And I visited a lot of other reactors and so on that I'm familiar with, and I've seen the videos pop up. So I'm out there. I'm still out there watching and enjoying and participating. And but I thought I had to put out something, some stuff. This video deserves its showcase moment, and it's had it. It's got a lot of views, like I said, but it's a special one. So have a nice day, guys, and happy birthday, Angelina. Again, I know you're getting all kinds of happy birthday wishes. You can't possibly keep up with all that, but yeah, you're 18 now. You're an adult. It's a whole different ball game now because technically, I suppose you're responsible. Maybe you always have been, but you're responsible for your own choices now as an adult, theoretically. Although you have a very strong family around you that are going to, I sure, stay on board and help guide you and all that. They're not setting you free because you're 18. They're always going to be there with you. So that's a good thing. So there you go. Let's end it there. Have a good time. Thanks for watching, and have a good day, good night, good morning, whatever it is, wherever you are. We'll see you in our next video. Bye-bye.